Hey guys, welcome back to another pickups video, this time for the month of December of 2014. A holiday month, so hopefully you guys had a pretty good holiday season along with your friends and family, and also Happy New Year to all of you out there watching this video. With that being said, there were a couple of interesting new releases, and of course also there were some holiday sales after Black Friday that allowed me to pick up some pretty interesting titles in here. So let's just jump right into the new releases. And early in the month, this game got released, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for the Nintendo Wii U. I already have an impressions video on this, so if you want to hear my extended thoughts, go and check out that video. But essentially, this is a short but sweet puzzle adventure game that has incredible graphics, very charming presentation. The puzzle in the game are a little bit simplistic. The game is overly easy for the most part, but the good news is that there's a lot of collectibles and a lot of content that'll keep you busy if you're a completionist. So definitely a pretty good game, and in my opinion worthy of having if you own a Wii U, and especially if you enjoyed the Captain Toad levels or side levels that were offered in Super Mario 3D World. I enjoyed those levels pretty much, and this is just a full-fledged version of those levels, which is cool because this is a budget release too. You can get this for 40 bucks, and in my opinion has enough content to warrant a purchase at that price point. So Captain Toad for the Wii U, pretty happy to have that game. Next up, we have another, on the same day, Nintendo released NES Remix, both for the Nintendo Wii U and the Nintendo 3DS. And I decided to go for the Wii U version because it has all the NES Remix games. For those of you that don't know, NES Remix are a bunch of challenges within classic NES games that were released originally on the eShop as two different games, NES Remix 1 and NES Remix 2. And this version right here contains both of them. And it's pretty cool, it's pretty fun, especially if you grew up playing NES games. I would say this is a must purchase because of all the nostalgia and the overall challenge. I mean, the game is presented pretty well, and it does offer a layer of fresh content, even if you have played these games already in the past. So another budget release. This is offered for like 30 bucks, I believe. So I was pretty happy to pick this up, and the presentation is pretty cool too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the disc has the gray plastic color of the NES cartridges. A pretty nice nod to the NES cartridges. But NES Remix, pretty happy to have this. It's a very fun game that you can play in very short bursts. So with that out of the way, I do have a couple of new releases that were games that were released in November, but I'm gonna include them as new releases because they're basically new games that were released last month. And here we have none other than Freedom Wars for the PlayStation Vita, a Monster Hunter type of game, hunting type of game that has a pretty unique art style and a pretty unique story. There's a couple of people here on YouTube that have already played this game, and they seem to have pretty positive impressions for this. So I was excited to pick this up, and admittedly I was hoping for a price drop on this, and sure enough this game dropped in price like a hot potato, because I bought this for 15 bucks, and then plus I got 20% discount at Best Buy, so I ended up paying like 12 bucks, which is insane because the game just came out a little over a month ago. I guess the game is not doing too well sales wise, but I was happy to pick it up because I'm very interested in the concept, and again, I've heard a lot of positive things from people here on YouTube. And the game has online co-op, so if you guys want to help me tackle through this game, let me know, and maybe we can go through the game. But Freedom Wars, another exclusive PlayStation Vita title that I was pretty excited to pick up. Next up, another November release that I was not thinking or planning on picking this game anytime soon, but the game got a price drop, again, a sudden price drop just like that. I'm assuming because of bad sales. And that game is Little Big Planet 3 for the PlayStation 4. Best Buy had this on sale for 34 bucks, and again, with my 20% discount, I ended up paying like 30 bucks, I think. And I know this game is gonna drop even further down in price, less than $30. But the reason why I decided to go for this now is because the limited plush edition was on sale for that same price point. So I figured might as well go for this complete version of the game, which includes the game, an extra DLC voucher, and the cool thing here is a Sackboy plushie. Pretty nice looking Sackboy plushie. And Sackboy has somewhat become the new Sony PlayStation mascot as of late. So regarding the game itself, I'm a big fan of platformers, and I have to admit that the Little Big Planet series is not the best when it comes to platforming. But they're fun games, especially if you get into the whole creation or level creator. Me personally, I just enjoy playing the community levels that people create online, and they share the levels. Some of the creations out there are amazing, and you know, I have to admit the platforming in these games is not the best, but they're fun, and I'm happy to, you know, have this game right now, and I'm looking forward into trying this out pretty soon. Now, going along with the title of the game, or title of my video, I did pick up the Biohazard HD remaster, and I have an unboxing video in which I go over the contents of this, so please go check that out if you're a Resident Evil fan, because this is an amazing package right here. And the reason why I had to import this from Japan is because that's the only region where the game got a physical release. And I'm pretty happy to have it, obviously, because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. And on top of that, the original remake for the Nintendo GameCube is one of my all-time favorite games. So when a remaster got announced, I was pretty excited, and I was looking forward into trying it. So really happy to have this in my possession. And unfortunately, my PlayStation 3 is dying. I believe I already mentioned that in a past video. So right now I'm looking for a good deal on a brand new PlayStation 3, which there are not deals out there for some reason. The PlayStation 3s are pretty pricey, even though they're, you know, old consoles by now. But as soon as I get a new PS3, I'm gonna definitely jump and play this game because it's fantastic. And again, going along with that marks the end of my new releases, by the way. Now we're going to go a little bit retro, and continuing with the trend of the title of the video, I picked up two games that I was looking for a very long time, and I'm sure you guys have seen or are subscribed to the Video Game Sellers. They're a pretty big channel with like over 20,000 subscribers. They do their show here on a flea market that's my local flea market, basically. I live like 15-20 minutes away from that flea market. So from Scott Sasquatch, I was able to get none other than Resident Evil 2 for the Nintendo GameCube. A game that, again, I was looking for this game for a very, very long time. And this is not a rare game, but it's uncommon, and it goes up for a pretty penny on eBay. So I was hoping to get this game for a reasonable price, and sure enough, Scott gave me a pretty good deal on this, well below the eBay price, so I was more than happy to pay what I paid for this. And Resident Evil 2, what can I say? I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, and this is one of my favorite games in the series. So, you know, I already have the game in other versions, but the Nintendo GameCube version is one that I really wanted to have, and I'm pretty happy to have it now in my collection. And following the trend, here we have Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. I got this game from Josh from the Video Game Sellers, and on the same day, which is kind of odd to find both Resident Evil 2 and 3 on the same day. And I was pretty happy. Again, I got a really good price for this, well below the eBay price point. And another great game in the series, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. You know, another great game with a great villain. In my opinion, Nemesis is one of the greatest villains in video game history. And with this game right here, I will be able to, now I have a complete Resident Evil collection on the GameCube. So I'm pretty stoked because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, and now I have all the games on the GameCube. So pretty happy to have this, and really strange that I found both games on the same day. Also from the Video Game Sellers, from Scott, I got two Wii games, the first of which is the House of the Dead 2 and 3. classic light gun action by Sega. I recently beat the Typing of the Dead on the PC on Steam, so I was looking to have more zombie shooting action, and this game right here will definitely fill that void. So pretty happy to get this for a pretty cheap price. And another game I got for cheap from Scott is Baroque for the Nintendo Wii. This is a dungeon crawler RPG that it got pretty bad reviews actually, and people don't seem to care a whole lot about this game, but the art direction in this game looks pretty interesting, pretty obscure, pretty dark themes, and I figured if I can get a few hours of gameplay out of this, I'll be more than happy. I believe this game also got released on the PlayStation 2, but he had the Wii version out there for pretty cheap, so I decided to pick it up, even though it's not supposed to be the greatest RPG out there. Now, I'm gonna end the video as far as the physical releases with 3 games that I picked up from Best Buy. I actually picked these games up back in November, I think, but I forgot to show them in my pickup video for that month. So here we go. For the PlayStation 3, I got Zone of the Enders HD Collection. I got this for like $7. You cannot beat that price point. And even though this game is supposed to have some technical difficulties, like the frame rate is not the best, and the game has a lot of stuttering and things like that, I was more than happy to pick it up for cheap. These are the classic games released on the PlayStation 2 by Konami, so I'm pretty happy to have this in my PlayStation 3 collection, even though I can't play the game right now, but once I get a new PS3, I'll be able to enjoy this game. Also, for the PlayStation 3, I picked up Syndicate, which is supposed to be a pretty decent first-person shooter. The people that have played this have nothing but good things to say about this game, so it's supposed to be a pretty solid first-person shooter that for some reason people don't seem to care about, but I like first-person shooters, so I was happy to pick this up for dirt cheap. So another addition to my PlayStation 3 collection. And to end up my physical releases, another game I got for cheap for the 3DS is Freaky Worms Deluxe. This is a game that seems to be geared toward the younger crowd out there, but it's a Nintendo published game, and supposedly you create your own like creatures, and you can have them fight against each other, and you can have them go on adventures and things like that. So it's a game that I guess puts emphasis on character creation and things like that. So I was curious to see what this game was all about, and it was on sale for dirt cheap, so I decided to pick it up. Happy to have this. Now, as far as amiibos, as you guys can see here, we have the Wave 2 amiibos that I picked up: Diddy Kong, Princess Zelda, Captain Falcon, and Little Mac. I am missing Pit and also Luigi. Luigi I'm not too worried about. He's readily available in pretty much any retail store you walked into, so I will get him in the future. Pit, I had him on pre-order, and Best Buy did not receive enough Pit amiibos to fulfill the pre-order, so I got screwed, and I'm kind of freaking out a little bit because I really want Pit. He was actually the one amiibo that I was looking forward the most out of Wave 2. So with that being said, Alex returned from Mother Base. I think he will hold a Pit. I think he got 2 Pits just in case, and he'll help me out if I can't find a Pit figure in the coming days. So with that being said, I don't know if you guys can see up there, I have more amiibos. I picked up the entirety of Wave 1 characters. I was missing 4 characters from Wave 1. Mario, Pikachu, Donkey Kong, and Yoshi. And I bought all 4 of them, so now I have a complete Wave 1, and I have a basically complete Wave 2. So at this point, I think I might as well just go for the entire collection. I'm not sure yet. It's getting a little bit ridiculous out there with the scalpers just going to stores, and they're basically buying all the amiibos in stores. So it's a little bit ridiculous, but I think I'm going to try and go for a full collection at this point. But we'll see what happens. As far as digital purchases, as you guys can see, I have Hyrule Warriors here playing on the background, and I purchased the Season Pass, which is $20. Seems to be a little bit steep as far as price point, but it does offer a ton of content, of extra content. So with that being said, I was also trying to get my Nintendo Digital Deluxe points for the Wii U to a certain limit so I could get free money or the free $5 reward certificate. So I decided to pick up the season pass for Hyrule Warriors, which I was intending on picking up anyways down the road. So I got this, and I also got let's see, what else did I get? Oh, Steam sale. I can proudly say that during the Steam sale I did not buy any games. I have a huge backlog on Steam, so I was pretty happy to avoid purchasing any more games until I try to catch up with my backlog a little bit more. And I did buy one Steam game, but that was before the Steam sale, and that game is System Shock 2. It was on sale for 99 cents, and I couldn't say no. I'm a huge fan of the Bioshock series, and System Shock 2, it's where it all started. It was, I believe, the first game where Ken Levine worked, and it's supposed to be a pretty good first-person shooter with a lot of elements that got translated or that made their way into the modern Bioshock games. So I'm pretty excited to try that game at one point or another because, like I said, I'm a huge fan of the Bioshock games. And then, of course, the PlayStation Plus releases. I downloaded Injustice, which is the fighting game, the superhero fighting game. I got that obviously for free. Also, Plants vs. Zombies got released for free to celebrate the 20th anniversary of PlayStation. So that was pretty awesome on behalf of EA to release that game for free. And it's a pretty fun game, I have to admit. And I got the PS4 version, and it's a pretty fun game, and I'm enjoying it a lot. So, and then of course the other PlayStation Plus games. What I do is I just purchase them all and have them on my download list. So if I want to play them, I have them ready at any time. So with that being said, I think I'm done with my pickups for this month. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next month. Take it easy.